Hello, and welcome to this reading. Only the truth be reflected in this reading. May this reading be centered in love, peace, prosperity. Justice card is at the bottom of the deck. I'm just going to shuffle and see what comes up when I pull out the cards and see what message may be reflected. I'm using the Egyptian Tarot, not the Wild Unknown. That was in a previous reading, like changing the cards. I hope your day is well. Just showing me shuffling, getting ready to reflect with these cards. Split the deck in three. Of Wands. Let's start with three cards. The Knave of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, Five of Chalices. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card. This is, I noticed the Ten of Swords or the Eight of Swords when I shuffled after dividing the deck, so I already knew it was going to be something heavy. And the Moon card in this deck says no one's ever protected by hidden danger. It's not a fun card in this deck. I'll actually read it to you guys. Disappointment. False security and no way protects one from hidden danger. Visions, eccentricity, traps, dreams, insincere relationships. So that's the next card here on top of the deck. The Six of Wands is the Scepters of Anubi, fleetingness of terrestrial conquest, the Knave of Pentacles, transactions, proposals, brilliant ideas, the Scribe of Commerce, and then the Five of Chalices is the Eye and the Shen, occult protection, cycle of the seasons, natural order. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. Someone here who this reading is pertaining to is in proposals, in business proposals, in receiving ideas, exchanging ideas, speaking on things pertaining to the Pentacle energy, which is money, the tangible. So these could be business proposals, business ideas, and concepts of that thing, or maybe being presented with a contract, or maybe being presented with a contract, like working as an employee for an establishment, or working as an entrepreneur with another entrepreneur, and in collaborations, anything pertaining to money and business and ideas and proposals, right? There's Six of Wands talking about fleetingness of terrestrial conquest, like leaving. It may not mean, it can mean proposals and ideas pertaining to a home, land, of that sort. But it's talking about leaving, like, so, and with the Moon, the Moon card literally says false security does not protect you from hidden danger. So whatever these proposals or brilliant ideas may be, it's best to walk away from them. They're not in your best interest. Take everything with a grain of salt. This is a general reading. Understand that. Please tap into other resources that will help you to delve deeper in understanding if this pertains to you. So whatever your belief systems are, go to that to clarify and know if this message is for you, and then move forward if it is, in a way that best suits you. So this is just basically a simple reading, putting out a warning, anything pertaining to money. But with the Five of Cups, it talks about occult protection. So I take it as a card of protection. So you are protected from whatever this may be, whatever is not in your best interest. False security, it could mean that either you know yourself you can't really get into this proposal because if it's entrepreneurial, you might not have all the necessary tangible resources to commit to the proposal. It could be that, or it can be vice versa, the other party. But the advice that I'm getting here and what I'm seeing here is that there is protection within this situation, but just because there's protection within the situation, just know that moving forward into something that's obviously telling you is not worth it, especially because fleetingness means to leave. So it's kind of like a sense of letting go of whatever this tangible, even if it's not land or a home. And it could just be simple as that. There's a home that you may be wanting to purchase. Maybe look into why it's not a good idea to. Maybe there's something that's not being seen in the moment. Or it can just be in other aspects of money, contracts, business, whatever it may be, a job, work. And if you already have that intuitive nudge and feeling like something just isn't sitting right with me, and then this pops up into your feed, maybe it's time to really delve deeper and reflect with yourself, and reach out to people that you trust, that can help you better navigate and understand what is it about the situation that isn't sitting right, so that when you make the decision to not move forward with it, it makes sense and it works in your favor. I just want to see the rest of the cards here. Three of Wands, Three of Wands, Three of Cups, the Chariot, and the Seven of Pentacles, with the Knave of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And I believe the Knave of Swords is an energy that comes with like violence. The Three of Wands talks about fruits, fertility, birth. The Three of Chalices is about toast, relief, healing, vigor. The Chariot is like a successful card. Victory. By breaking down obstacles, he will defeat his enemies and face a future armed with daring, triumph, success, honor, ambition, violence. What I'm getting, automatically what I'm getting, because the Chariot card is here, if you already made the decision to like lock in with this situation and you're like, just know you're protected with the Five of Cups, occult protection, but also with the Chariot of victory, that like regardless of the obstacles presented in the decision you already made, locked into something that just is starting to, even if it hasn't, but then it begins to start to show you this moon energy, like, oh shit, this is not good. Just know you're protected in that, and you're going to be victorious in the situation regardless if you already made that decision. But if you're getting this before making the decision, be wise and discerning with your situation. The Seven of Pentacles is the royal diadem, recuperation, exchange, and gain. So there's obviously going to be gain and exchange within this. Ooh, I'm seeing this too. When the moon card says false security does not hide you from hidden danger, this could have been a very like because the Knave of Pentacles are brilliant ideas and proposals, this could have been a really good deal and is reaping really good for you. But it's just having the awareness that there is danger within this. There's something, I'm not sure. With the Knight of Swords, let me clarify. The Messenger of Ruin. Yeah. And then the High Priestess is at the bottom, the Lady of Science. So, the Knight of Swords is the Messenger of Ruin, courage, rage, violence, mercenary. And mercenary is like a greedy person. So I'm not very sure if this hidden danger is violent in some sort, or if it's a hidden danger where it's, because I'm not seeing sword energy. I'm seeing a lot of water and fire. So there's water, earth, and fire in this. A lot of, let me see, we got 2 water, 2 fire. So that's, and then 2 pentacles. So it's pretty even. Basically, like, water is emotion, fire is passion, earth is tangible. And then the Knight of Swords talks about violence. So, and greed. So there might be greed within this situation, like someone's being greedy maybe. Maybe it's a hidden situation where someone gave you less than what you're supposed to have, or like if you already committed to this decision before knowing, and then you started figuring out within the situation, like, oh, this is not serving like really well for me. Like, you're still going to end up victorious in the situation. You're protected within this situation. You're definitely getting exchange and gain in this situation. Just know that there's something sketchy, and it can be violent. So be aware of that. Whatever your beliefs are and practices are, definitely hone into protection. Definitely communicate to those that you trust on what you're feeling, what you're thinking about the situation to better navigate it as well. But just a heads up, there's danger in the midst of this proposal, brilliant idea, but just be careful, and may God be Godspeed. So yeah, this was an interesting reading. I noticed either it was the, I'm not gonna look through the entire deck, but it must have been the 10 of Swords or the 8 of Swords. And as soon as I saw that, when I went to shuffle again at the bottom of the card, the bottom of the deck, I felt like it was going to be something like this. So this was really interesting to see it unravel. Just be very discerning, very wise in your decision making in your situation. If you get in the warning, definitely go to other resources to very clarify it deeper. And when I say resources, I'm the type of person that I believe that you should use your own inner wisdom and your own intuition with things. So pull your own cards if you need to and clarify. Like if you're a prayer, there are Christian witches. So some people, if they receive a message, they'll go to God and pray and discern with the Holy Spirit on that guidance. So whatever it is to you, just know that you're protected. Know that you're still winning and you're still gaining. But even despite that, just make sure you're very discerning and wise in your decision making so that everything does work for your highest good and those involved. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one.